There's a standoff in Alexandra Township between South Africans and foreign nationals. SABC News senior reporter Chriselda Lewis is there. A very good afternoon to you, Chriselda. Just describe the situation for us.
All right, these live pictures are from Alexandra, north of Johannesburg, where the situation is so tense at this point. Operation Tudula has moved to the township this afternoon. Several people have been injured. There's been a standoff between South Africans as well as foreign nationals. There is a police presence in this particular area. Just a bit earlier on, speaking to some people who'd been hit on their head by bricks, you would see that some individuals standing towards this direction, one carrying a stick there, several had been carrying bricks. If you take a look at those bricks that have just been placed here on the floor, some of the individuals had been arming themselves with those bricks, saying that they are being targeted here. And these are some of the foreign nationals who are standing towards my left-hand side here, saying that they're being targeted by South Africans, and they said that they're sick and tired of what has been taking place. I'll speak to them and speak to the other side just very shortly. Let's come in here and try and speak we'll move to the side of the South Africans in just a second. Sanbonani, is there someone we can speak to? Siswam, uthi bekwenzakalana namhlanje ngabona ukuthi nje niyaxabana kancane nama South Africans ngapha.
Bayilwisa banda bari inapahamba yale amakaya ingendawo ila kutirha hinkwenu la phenda etirisana bona lava ine lava kutirhisana na voho one South Africa one foreign ita kota kutirhisana a pendle abalikwe nkarhi le pendle ne nga hi xavisa nga hi utla yi va yi saseka pendle hi mhaka ina swo swo va vuya va la ku xavisa va dye kwini
Patala 1.3 rand, patala 1.3 rand. Asina malo patala.
Bana Ramaphosa na Zuma ta isolva sweswi lava vana vitana Ramaphosa na Zuma lava solva.
Those are some of the individuals, the foreign nationals are saying that the South Africans have been treating them unfairly. They're being told to go. This is the side where the South Africans are. I'm going to try and speak to this lady here, who's on the side where the South Africans are. Sisi, siyabona namhlanje ukuthi isaqhubeka. The situation is not yet calm. Nithi kahle kahle namhlanje ufuna ukwenzekeleni ke manje?
Sicela thina bazawulala kuphi njengoba besishaya? Bazawulala kuphi? Kunesikhathi soba kutshona ilanga kulalwe. Babuze.
Mina ngithi sisi. Mina bengithi into yokuqala thina we are harmless. Asiphathanga nama weapons. Baphethe ama weapons. They are fighting us in our own country. But if it was us having weapons, amasoja ngabe ala as we speak. So siqala kahle kuba Cyril Ramaphosa nangakuthi yasizwa ukuthi sithi siyaqela mabahambe. These people they can fight and these people they can reason. So if they can reason so good, let them go and reason in their home. Let them go and reason emakhaya la babuya khona. Nathi izwe lethu abakhokho bethu balilwela. Sisi, I must ask you this. Abanye ababathi xenophobia le. Xenophobia, sisi understand. Into yokuqala i-government yethu iyaba prioritize more than us. Eyibhedlela kugqwele bona, emasasa kugqwele bona, but SARS ngeke ubathole. So kusikuthi ku-tax ababani thina. Imali zabo azibhenki lana la South Africa zibhenka emabhekini, so yiba bawisa i-economy yethu la South Africa sebaqala ukuthi basidedele sizosibona ukuthi senza njani. Let's move towards this direction. You can see the South Africans are gathered towards this direction. Just to bring you up to speed about what's taking place at the moment, we did see the police in some form of engagement with both sides just a few moments ago. But also now they're just standing towards this direction. One standing on the other side, the other standing there. I must say that I heard that one of the individuals was saying, in fact, the public relations officer for Operation Tudula, who I spoke to a few moments ago, indicating that about 8 people had been taken to the local clinic here. We saw one individual. All right, these two individuals here, you can see this lady trying to move this one towards this area. Obviously, at this point, quite some keep moving towards the foreign nationals. I'm not sure if the situation is going to get any better at this particular point, but while others are trying to move them away from where we are. Let me just move towards here. There seems to be something taking place here. Let's move towards here, Herbert, in just a second. All right, this where we are is the Pan-Africa Mall here in Alexandra. This entire spot has been closed off here. And the shops that I showed you a bit earlier on the program, which had been shut, still remain shut at this hour. I don't think they're going to operate for the next couple of hours because there is no indication at this stage when police would be able to get a hold of the situation. A little bit much more calmer than what we saw a bit earlier on this afternoon. But it certainly seems like neither side is willing to leave this particular spot. Those from Operation Tudula say that they're going to stay here until these foreign nationals leave. The foreign nationals say they're not prepared to leave what they say is their only source of income. The shops on this particular side here on the right, I often come through to this particular area here in Alexandra on other reports, and I can confidently tell you that the stores that are operating here on this main road seem to be operated by foreign nationals. They say that they want those foreign nationals to go. So there's quite a tough situation at the moment. If you recall as well, I remember last week at the time we were covering the Human Rights Commission hearings into the July unrest which had taken place, and Alexandra had also been widely affected. I recall that the Police Minister, General Begicele, had been asked by one of the evidence leaders about the situation regarding Operation Tudula, because there are fears at this stage that as we've seen some of the violence take place here today, just a few moments ago here on the program, I did show you a gentleman that had been injured on his head. He'd been hit by a brick, and one that had been putting ice on a part where he'd been hit by a brick on his leg. So there are fears at this stage that at some point this will get so violent that there will be casualties at the end of the day. There seem to be negotiations aside. The foreign nationals, perhaps those leading the foreign nationals there, trying to have a conversation with them about what the way forward is, and South Africans on this one side who are obviously led by the public relations officer of Operation Tudula, who we spoke to a few moments ago, them also trying to stay towards the side. But we keep on seeing in just a bit of snippets here and there, some of the South Africans indicating they're not going to leave until these shops remain. So absolutely no business operations taking place at some of these shops that are owned by the foreign nationals. The South Africans here, you keep on seeing some moving towards the one side, and we don't know when the standoff is going to end, but it's quite a tough situation at the moment, and several people have been injured. From what we're hearing, 8 people. We cannot confirm that, but I was only able to speak to 2 who were still on location, who had not been treated yet. We'll try to get to the local clinic to see if we're able to get a true reflection of the extent of injuries that have taken place. But a massive fear at this stage that while Operation Tudula continues, this is not the first operation of its kind, is that while it has already started to see incidents of violence, it might result in casualties if something has not been done, because we hear that several people have been injured. In fact, we were able to interview some of them. Back to you in studio.
Chriselda Lewis just giving us an update there on the situation in Alexandra. She will keep us updated on what's taking place there. Now, the Universities Alliance is planning to approach the Constitutional Court if public tertiary institutions